Oh hey guys, sorry to keep you waiting. I know it's been a while since my last video, almost a year actually. But I think you guys deserve a bit of an explanation since there's been complete radio silence on the channel. If you're just looking for my thoughts on the current state of Hunt, feel free to skip ahead. The sections of this video should be categorized in the description and on the playhead. But in short, I haven't been posting due to life being busy and a lack of motivation to work on Hunt content. My personal life has been a little hectic to say the least, and since it's not a fun topic, I won't spend too much time talking about that here. As for motivation, that one I'm happy to get into. I haven't felt much drive to work on Hunt content, admittedly. I've worked on multiple different projects over the last year, but have ended up scrapping each one, as I tend to completely lose interest in these projects as I'm working on them. I've still been active online, just not on YouTube. Over on Twitch, I've been streaming a good bit, and mostly Hunt too. What the frick? Why did they do that? My heartstrings like this. This is crazy, dude. You trying to send me to an early death? You trying to give me cardiac arrest? This is fricked. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, Chad? What is going on right now? A vessel in my brain is going to break. Challenging me over here. Killed one. But when it comes to working on actual videos, the process has been a cycle of starting a new project, working on it for a few weeks, and scrapping it because I just lose all drive to work on that video. And while personal life things have definitely influenced my motivation to a degree, I'd put more credit in the general state of Hunt over the past year for my dwindling motivation. We've had a fair bit of ups and downs over the past year. I'd say the height of the ups was gearing up for the August 15th update that brought along a new era of Hunt. But since then, we've been noticeably trending downward, which leads us into today and the topic of this whole video. Hunt isn't in a good state currently. This kind of feels like Groundhog Day. I'm basically making the same video I made 2 years ago, but this time is arguably worse. Player numbers are hitting a low point that hasn't been seen in, funny enough, 2 years. Content creators are making videos with doomer takes, and Crytek announced that they laid off 15% of their roughly 400 employees. I think even the most optimistic people can realize that these are not elements indicative of a game that is doing well. And I have to admit, I'm pretty worried. I genuinely love this game, and see a lot of potential in Hunt Showdown. But I'll be honest, bringing the game to a better state is going to be an immense uphill battle. Because the current state of Hunt isn't created by a basket case of issues, it's created by an oil drum of issues. Hunt has had problems for years, which isn't a unique thing for Hunt. Every game is going to have its problems. What is unique to Hunt and Crytek is their slow response time to dealing with issues in their game. Just to go off of a recent example, the new UI that was added in August of 2024. The reception to this UI was extremely negative. The community did not enjoy the UI aesthetically or functionally, as it was lacking in both regards. Now, back to the present day, we are 8 months past the initial reception to this UI, and we only have concepts of a redesign. And the timeline we've been given gives Crytek until the end of the year to fully deliver this revamped UI. This is just one recent example I've grabbed. If you've been around for a while, you know that this kind of response time is pretty common for Crytek. The reason I'm pointing this out is because I believe that Crytek's slow response time for fixing issues in their game has created a backlog of issues that needs to be fixed. And given Crytek's past response time for fixing issues, it's hard to imagine how they will deal with these problems with an even smaller workforce in a time frame where people are still interested in Hunt Showdown. Some of the other issues surrounding Hunt include performance in-game, server stability, players with high ping disrupting match flow, existing features like reconnecting to a match or seeing team details just not working half the time, cheaters not getting banned unless they're obviously flicking 180s through walls, and a multitude of bugs creates a game where players across the board aren't happy. Now that was just me listing off specific gameplay issues. I haven't even gotten into the long list of community-requested or basic multiplayer FPS features that are noticeably missing in Hunt Showdown. The most glaring missing feature, in my opinion, is custom or private games. I think it is absolutely absurd that we are 7 years into this game's life, and we are still missing the option to host private games. This is a competitive first-person shooter with an active community on social media. Why are you not giving the community the tools to host community events that will undoubtedly drive up interest in the game and in turn create free advertising for Crytek? And it's not like there isn't community interest in this kind of feature. If you've been watching Hunt content for a while, you might remember a little event called the Bayou Bowl. It was a community-run tournament where content creators would play a few games and be rewarded points based on in-game performance. Since there isn't a way to host custom games, these tournaments were hosted through public matches where participants would attempt to queue into the same game. Even without the tools to make an event like this happen as seamlessly as possible, the community has worked around the limitations to run these events. Aside from that, we were also missing a custom voice channel to communicate with randoms up until recently, meaning that if you played with randoms prior to December of 2024, you had to communicate through one of two different pings, or broadcast your comms through VoIP for anyone in your radius to hear, which obviously isn't ideal. A heat map or a more detailed post-game summary has been another commonly requested feature for Hunt. The ability to fill a third slot with a random if you're queuing with a pre-made duo, a kill cam to show your deaths or death. There's a lot of basic features that just aren't here in Hunt Showdown 1896. So with all these issues in mind, I think you can understand where my worry stems from. Hunt has a backlog of issues and features that need to be worked on, and a lot of these issues existed prior to even last year. Looking at all these issues right now, with the layoffs in mind and the downward trending player numbers, it is admittedly tough to be optimistic about the future of this game. But even still, I'm absolutely still holding out hope for Crytek to turn things around. I know that the tone of this video, admittedly, hasn't been very positive, but it's not for the sake of bandwagoning on the game and punching down. I genuinely want nothing more than for Crytek to turn things around and turn Hunt Showdown into the success that I know it can be. Many of the issues I mentioned in this video have been long-standing, but the positives that Hunt Showdown has to offer have kept me playing the game consistently to this day. I stand by that no other game creates the tense, edge-of-your-seat fights that you find in Hunt. And the atmosphere, the aesthetic, and the lore of this game are truly phenomenal. I see nothing but infinite potential in this game, which is why it's so upsetting to see consistent blunders that are hindering the game. And while I'd love to come back after a long break and make funny or goofy content, I appreciate this game too much to sit by with popcorn and watch idly as the ship sinks. Bringing Hunt out of the current state it's in is going to be a difficult task, but Crytek has a talented team behind them, and a diehard community that wishes for nothing but the best for this game. So, Crytek, let's get it together, and make 2025 a big comeback year for Hunt Showdown 1896. And that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and again, I wanted to apologize for the long hiatus that I've been on. This video topic has been something I've attempted to touch on in the past, but I've really struggled with how I wanted to present the issues that I've seen within Hunt. There was actually a version of this video that was 16 minutes in length and focused on some more specific things, but I found that focusing on the larger issue as a whole was better than ranting about specific issues within the game. And, quite frankly, I just wanted to get over this topic, which I'm very happy to say we've absolutely achieved that with this video. To really quickly go over plans for content, I wanted to mention that uploads on this channel will still be pretty random. I'm honestly not sure what the next video will be, and rather than forcing an idea for the sake of increasing uploads, I'd rather wait and deliver a project to you guys that I really want to share with you all. But that doesn't mean that content will be slowing down entirely. On the contrary, I'm looking to up my output for content moving forward. I plan on achieving this by branching out and trying more forms of content. I'm looking to get some alternate YouTube channels going. Sure, check this, or Marcus, check this out.
Let go of me.
Captain.
Let go of me. Let go of me. Hold him over the pit. Let's go. You guys are gonna kill me.
Doing more with streaming, and I'm also looking to start a podcast at some point in the near future. And while I don't have specific dates in mind, keep an eye on my socials to see updates as they come around. I guess I'll take this moment to plug my Twitch account, as I'm actively playing Hunt Showdown over there. So if you want to see me playing Hunt, or you want to pick my brain apart about the game, feel free to stop by. It's always a good time. But that's all from me today. The state of Hunt is definitely a community hot topic right now, so please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks again for the support here on YouTube and on my other socials. I'm not the greatest at putting into words my appreciation for all you guys do by supporting my videos and streams, but it really does mean the world to me. So truly, thank you guys for everything. Anyways, it's about time for me to get back into my cryopod and disappear again. So, until next time guys, peace.